I totally planned to start recording like probably an hour ago at this point, and I had all of my stuff set up. I shit you guys not, but then I saw Nala, and well, here we are like an hour later, and my sweatshirt is full of fur. Dude, I need to just stop wearing black altogether. I swear there are times where she can like sense that I'm about to do something even semi-serious and is like, come here, mom, let me charge you up with some lemons first. So, I don't know. God bless that dog, man. But any Hoosers, I'm sick. Literally still sick, always sick, have been sick since like, I don't even know at this point, probably November-ish. And guys, I've put off recording episodes because I sound like shit. And I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I like started this podcast and then went completely MIA for months on end. But I've been like really congested and gross, and like my throat has been all messed up. I've had like upper respiratory infection, flu, everything under the sun that the winter could possibly bless me with. And I felt like it just was not the right foundation to be recording new episodes. But at this point, it's been months, and we're just going to have to push through it together. All right, cool. I have my pre-workout here. I'll give you a little ASMR. Ooh, oh yeah. I have my pre-workout poured up, as you can tell from my energy, as if it's not past 10 o'clock at night right now. But anyway, let's get chatty.
Welcome to Sips and Giggles. I'm here to offer all of my lack of filter, real deal BFF services. I'm talking from life crisis like, oh my God, I think I need to quit my job, to much less extreme examples like, oh my God, what should I eat? You can call your friends for the fluff and the distractions, that's fine. But I am here to deal the 3 a.m. heart-to-heart, no tolerance for the bullshit level conversation. So pour it up, whatever gets you going. It could be $7 boxed wine, coffee blacker than your soul, or for me, pre-workout, because for whatever reason, it makes me all preachy and chatty and in touch with myself. But get a good glass full because you are in for a ride.
All right, guys, so I have been doing this thing where I accidentally, not so accidentally, fall into YouTube holes, which I never used to do ever because hello, productivity. But sometimes I just need the time and space to go half zombie, brain dead for a bit and just passively listen or passively watch things to kind of give myself a break. But anyway, I was watching a video, right? And I don't even know what it was. It was like a morning routine video or a hair mask video. You know how it goes. But you know how they have those like suggested videos on the right-hand side? Like the, I guess, recommendations based on what you were watching at that moment? Well, one on the side of the video that I was watching was a video on how to get your shit together. And as everyone who knows me knows, I am the queen, royalty of getting my shit together. I mean, it's gotten so bad that I now have the official OCD diagnosis to go with it. But low-key, I consider that a trophy. Hello, ways to cope with mental illness. But anyways, I wanted to talk today about what having your shit together really looks like. Because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about it, especially at our age, where some of us are phasing out of school, some of us are entering the workforce, some of us are having little babies, some of us are learning how to file taxes, you know, all of that quote-unquote adulting stuff. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel pretty special to be able to have as many Instagram DM heart to hearts with you guys as I do. But a lot of the times when I'm listening to what you guys have to say, I hear that you're beating yourselves up for not having your quote-unquote shit together. And honestly, okay guys, I'm half recording this episode to like clear things up for you, but also have to remind myself of some things too, because I've always been super hard on myself about where I am in my life in comparison to some set of expectations that for whatever reason I hold myself to. I think it's really important to get real with ourselves here because in all honesty, there is a reason why it's called a quarter life crisis. Like it's so real. We have years upon years upon years to really figure out both the nitty gritty details and even the broad ideas of our lives. Right now, guys, right now in this moment that you're living in, we're supposed to be just spending this time living and finding what really makes us feel alive, finding that passion, finding the things that we enjoy, trying new things, experimenting with life itself. But for whatever reason, there's this external pressure to get our shit together. And it always feels like that's something we have to do every moment of every day. You know, you could have a moment where you're like, damn, I really need to get my shit together, thinking about your life, or maybe talking to a friend or looking at someone else on social media. Guys, the more I think about what social media does, the more it makes me hate it. Like, the only reason why I like social media is because we have built like this positive, influential, mindful tribe out of it. But there are so many toxic things. That's enough for like a whole other episode. But I don't know. It just, at this time, there's a lot of, I need to get my shit together. And okay, guys, I'm not even going to say like it's you and you need to stop, because been there, done that, still there. I think I have this problem where I low-key assume that I'm Superwoman, okay? And the world just can't faze me. For example, right? You guys know I'm 23 now, so I'm in that quarter life crisis. But from the time that I was like, we'll say 15, maybe 16, I had a timeline. I was one of those people. Like, I knew exactly what school I wanted to go to and what my backup school was. I knew what my major was going to be. I knew what my career path was going to look like. I knew what the licensure for that was going to look like. I knew expectations for me to get married. I had like a time limit for me to be able to have kids, how many kids and like how many years apart I wanted to have them. And there was a reason for each. Like, I'll get deep into it just because, you know, we're all friends here. I wanted to have 3 kids, right? Have my first kid when I was 26. And I know that's young. And for a lot of people, they're like, why would you plan on having your kids so early? But for me, I wanted to have that closer bond, you know, since I'm young, we grow up closer in age. And it's just, I've seen it in my friends and their parents. It's a different type of bond, right? And then 4 years later, 30 years old, I wanted to have my second kid. And then 31, I wanted to have my third kid, because I've also seen some of my friends, and I'm, again, comparing myself to friends, but I've seen them where they have like a year or 2 years in between them and their siblings, and they are best friends. Me and my siblings, or the triplets at least. Dave is much older than me, but the triplets are 4 years younger than me, and I feel like 4 years was just enough time for us to all hate each other. So I wanted that, you know, I had that whole timeline set up. And I continued to live life with the expectation that that is what my timeline had to look like. That is what my life had to look like. And I needed to not veer off that path. But of course, I'm living life, right? And as I live life, I introduce new people to my life. I introduce just new variables into my life. And when things aren't on track, I flip. Right? I flip, and I have moments where I think back to that expectation that I had for myself. I think back to that timeline, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get my shit together. That like little demon kicks in. I gotta get my shit together. Whether it be, you know, things changed around with my schooling. I actually transferred out of my number one school that I had gotten into. I transferred out halfway through, went to another school, and that to me felt like a failure because it wasn't my expectation. You know, I've moved around a bunch of times. I stepped away from my career path for a little bit. And then when I decided I wanted to get back into it, I decided, okay, this really is where I want to be with my career. I had a moment of, fuck, now I'm behind. I got to get my shit together. I don't know. It's really difficult. It takes a lot to kind of get out of that mindset, because I got to get my shit together means that I don't currently have it together. And when you put so much stress and so much energy and so much time and so much effort into your life, to think that you still don't have your shit together beats you the fuck up. But I mean, it's not even just for me. When I was coaching, right? When I did Beachbody coaching, getting their shit together was like the number one reason people came to me, the number one reason people started with me. And I think it's great. I think it's absolutely amazing to want to jumpstart your journey, or to want to find other resources for your journey so that you are healthier as a person, so that you learn how to prioritize your health, so that you can really be your best self physically, mentally, and emotionally. I think it's really important for people to prioritize that mental health along with that physical health, and that's exactly what I did. But people would come to me and we'd be talking, like I said, in DMs or emails, or sometimes I would meet up with you guys if we lived close to each other and just talk openly about, what brought you to this place where you decided you want to make this change. Because for me as a coach, it helped me best, be able to support other people when I was able to get into their head and find out the real reason. Not the real reason being I want to lose weight, but like what was behind that. And it was always, I want to get my shit together, and I need to get my shit together and bring back the body that I had, or I need to finally shut up and get to where I always said I wanted to be, or this is the 300th time that I said I was going to eat healthy. I need to get my shit together. And it's just such a heavy, almost accusation to put on yourself, as if you haven't been putting any work in at all up until this point. And I guess I'm not saying that this is bad for you. Like, I'm not saying getting your shit together is bad for you. Obviously, like I said, I'm the queen of getting my shit together. But there's a level of damage that comes with constantly feeling like we need to get our life together, constantly putting ourselves in that space and time of our life. By saying, I need to get my shit together, that is discounting everything you are currently doing, all of the work that you are putting in right now to better yourself, and also discounting everything you have already done to get there. And that's huge, guys, to be in a place where you're stressed, saying, I need to get my shit together, I need to get my life together. It kind of erases all of the effort that you've put in already. Maybe you're not in the place where you want to be. Maybe you want to continue moving forward, and that's fine. But kind of by saying that, you're treating right now where you are in the present moment like level 0. Like you've done absolutely nothing. Like there's been absolutely no progress, and you're in this shitty place, and there's so much work to do. And then, of course, you have that internal dialogue, and then add the influence of comparing yourself to your peers, right? Maybe you're that age where everyone else is graduating out of school, and you aren't ready to graduate yet. You're not on track to graduate at the same time. Maybe you switched schools. Maybe you started late. Maybe you needed extra time, and that's fine. And up until a point, you were fine with it. You were confident with it. You're moving through it. You're kicking ass, taking names. But then you start comparing yourself to someone else who just graduated. You're like, damn, I need to get my shit together. Why? Why in that moment have you decided that what you've done isn't good enough for you anymore? You add that influence of comparing yourself to peers, or even comparing yourself to people on social media. Like, wow, how is it that I am living this life where I am struggling to pay my rent, and someone my age, or someone who lives near me, or someone I know just bought their ticket to go backpacking through Europe? Suddenly you are comparing yourself to this person you barely fucking know, or maybe you do, and you're saying, I need to get my shit together, because looking at my life where it is and looking at her life, obviously her life is the standard of all life at my age. What are you fucking doing? I need to get my shit together because I am not there. We need to change that mindset, and really honestly acknowledge where we are, acknowledge the place that we're in right now, so that we're not erasing everything that it's taken to get us to where we are. And empower ourselves a little bit more. Show gratitude for the good that has come up until this moment. There are so many things that you have conquered, so many tests that you've been put through, and that you've come out on the other side even stronger. Show gratitude for those great things. And you know what? There's been shit too. Maybe that's why you're saying you got to get your shit together, because there's been, a lot of trials and a lot of challenges, but give grace to the speed bumps, people. I think if we just take a step back and plan out an entire journey, right? The way you plan a trip, you don't just say, that's where I'm going to go. You have the destination set and that's it. You plan how you're going to get there. You plan all of the different ways that you could possibly get there, and they're all okay. Drive, fly, boat, whatever it is, they all get you to the same place. You plan what you're going to eat. You plan what you're going to wear. You plan what you're going to do. You give yourself options. You kind of fill in the gaps. You fill in all of those spaces between where you are and where you want to be. And I think in life, we need to do that as well. We need to recognize that there are a whole bunch of different outfits we have to pick to get to our destination. There are a whole bunch of steps we have to take. There's security. There's whatever it is. We can't just plan out a destination. And I think right now, that's what it is. That I need to get my shit together mentality. I need to get my life together mentality. Looks at a destination, looks at the fact that we are not there yet, and completely just shits on everything that we've done to get to where we are already, and almost makes it feel like it's impossible to get to that destination. I'm going to be honest with you guys, getting your shit together is okay for house chores. It's okay for a bad mood that you're in. It's okay for recognizing that your efforts are lacking in a specific area of your life. But when talking about your standing in life as a whole, it completely fucks over where you are right now in your path. You need to stop fucking yourself over by saying you need to get your shit together, by saying you need to get your life together, by having a moment where you're basically slapping yourself across the face and saying where I am right now is not good enough. What I've done so far is not good enough. Set down the expectations. Set down the influence from other people. Set down the influence from what you see on social media. Push away the influence and, the pressure that you're receiving from other people. Maybe you think you need to get your shit together because your boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, sister, boss is telling you need to get your shit together. Not for nothing. They're not living your life. You are. You need to set down the expectations. I gotta get my shit together, I need to be X amount of pounds, or I need to get my shit together, I should be moved out of my parents' house already, or I should be on a salary, or I should be working on getting out of debt, or I should be in a relationship, or, I should be eating healthier, or my grades should not look the way they do. We need to stop beating down on ourselves with this whole idea that we need to get our life together. Because by saying you need to get your life together, you are implying that right now your life is in shambles. It's not. You are not Humpty Dumpty. You do not need to get things together. You need to continue. You are a brick fucking wall. You're a brick fucking wall, not a broken egg. You need to recognize that you are already bricks and bricks and bricks high. It's not a matter of getting it together. It's a matter of continuing to build. It's a matter of recognizing the strength that is already there. It's a matter of acknowledging and giving good grace and gratitude to all of the work you have put in so far to create such an amazing foundation for a fucking amazing life. Guys, I'm so serious, and thank you for listening to me rant my little heart out. It is time to stop the pressure of getting our shit together.